President Kashim Shettima has slammed the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, over its disputes with Dangote Refinery, describing it as holding the nation to ransom. The Vice President, who was speaking at the opening of 31st Nigeria Economic Summit in Abuja, said foreign investors' decisions are formed by how citizens behave towards local industries.
Aliko Dangote is not an individual, it's an institution. How we treat this gentleman will determine how outside this will do that. If you have invested $10 billion in Microsoft, in Amazon, in Google, probably you might be worth $70 to $80 billion right now. But you opted to invest in this company, and we owe it to future generations to jealously protect, promote, preserve, and protect. I wish to call for caution, retrospection, and a deeper sense of patriotism from both the labor and the organized private sector in defining and improving the relationship between labor and industry in the interest of maintaining our steadily improving economic performance. It's not about holding the whole nation to ransom because of a benign labor dispute. Nigeria is better than PENGASSAN.
With bold reforms already on the way, the Nigeria Economic Summit conveyed a diverse gathering of global leaders, senior government officials, CEOs, economists, development partners, scholars, and change-makers to build consensus on the next phase of Nigeria's transformation and shape actionable policies and practical solutions for Nigeria's social-economic development.
Nation and ensure that all segments of the society are coming in tandem with our aspirations in terms of policy coherence and implementation across institutions.
Reduce multidimensional poverty to the barest minimum and ensure that economic activity is enhanced in all the 8,809 wards of the country because of the unique potentials that they offer.
We must build industries that will produce locally, anchored on the local value chains, agro-processing, renewable energy, and light manufacturing. MSMEs that account for 96% of our businesses must have access to affordable finance, stable power, and technologies.
Themed, the Reform Imperative, Building a Prosperous and Inclusive Nigeria by 2030. The summit adopted a pragmatic, future-facing lens to shape a cohesive national agenda that balances macroeconomic stability with inclusive growth. The principal objectives of the summit are to forge a consensus on Nigeria's reform trajectory balancing stability and inclusion, develop sector-specific reform strategies, galvanize stakeholders' input into the National Medium-Term Development Plan, scale proven subnational reform models, and strengthen public-private development partnerships for reform delivery. At the summit, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, unveiled the Climate Finance Guide put together by the Partnerships for Agile Governance and Climate Engagement. It targets to benefit from the $2 trillion globally green economy.
It's an investment we need to make, an investment in jobs, in health, in education, in security, and indeed in well-being of our children.
The opportunity is immense. We also need to invest in how we respond to issues around energy, waste management, all of those things that will contribute to Nigeria's response.
Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa says the government is open to investment in the creative sectors to optimize its potentials as a key driver of economic growth and a job creation. She was speaking at the 4th Design Workshop 5 titled Building Productive Sectors, Investing in Creative Economy.
If we, as the biggest Black nation in the world, are crying out to the global community and asking them to include us in the tables that needs to have our voices, we want a seat at the Security Council, we have to come correct. We have to do the right thing. We have to also, in a diverse community, be inclusive. And the one area where you can really have inclusivity is this industry.
EU has taken notice of, we want to build on our collaboration in culture between Africa and Europe, and of course, Nigeria stands out, and we're fighting for Nigeria to be part of all programs.
We are committed to supporting Nigeria, not just in cultural and creative industries, intangible cultural heritage, natural cultural heritage, reparation of artifacts, everything. UNESCO is committed to work with Nigeria in that aspect.
The summit came to a close on Wednesday after 3 plenary sessions: Pan-African Expansion, Gateways and Barriers, Teachers on the Move, Africans, Multinationals and Economic Transformation of MITA, Lessons Shared Experiences. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, in closing, assured government remains open to partnerships that will deliver impactful economic development.